Hello everyone, it's Annette Green here with Elizabeth Craft Designs, and it is that time again. I have a new release, and the release is called Romantic Revival, and I can't wait to share it with you. So let's waste no time and let's get right into it. Okay, look at this beautiful table of stuff. Okay, in this release, you will have, of course, this big beautiful paper pack and 8 dies and 3 stamp sets. So let's start with the paper pack first. And again, the release is Romantic Revival, and the paper collection is also the same name. I think that's something that we're moving toward now, and it makes a lot of sense. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to skip this intro page. I'm not going to flip it over and show it to you till the end because there's a little bit of a surprise. So the idea with Romantic Revival is just that. It's to revive that old romance, the beautiful imagery. It can definitely be very masculine, as you'll see with some of the samples. But here's a first beautiful page with music note in the background, some gorgeous flowers, roses, greenery on a burgundy background, and then a really nice kind of soft pink floral background. Like to make sure we get a lot of those solid backgrounds, or fairly solid, for card making and such. The next one is a beautiful green leafy pattern, a nice olivey green. And on the back side is a beautiful like notebook paper kind of imagery, but then you've got that subtle design of those floral background images. Then we have a sweet little ditty. This is, I call them ditties because they're teeny tiny little flowers, but this is like a nice teal colored paper, teal on teal with tiny little flowers. And on the back, you get your nice grungy dictionary. Okay, next up, nice pink page, some nice big polka dots, some beautiful fussy cut opportunities down here with the roses, and of course, there's a bee. You know we had to have one. And then a wonderful grungy kind of grid paper back here. Next up is this one. This is going to be perfect for something I'm going to show you at the end, but this is a nice lace border kind of paper. It's got greens and reds and some white lace. And then, of course, your fussy cut option down here is always fun. And then just a very subtle but textured teal background. That same green leafy pattern is now a reddish burgundy colored pattern, leafy pattern. And of course we had to have a border sheet, always a border sheet. So there's all kinds of options in here for wonderful things in your borders. Quick borders are always fun. And then we have a nice green plaid, two-tone green with a little bit of white in there. And on the back, this is that same kind of subtle floral background we had earlier in the soft pink, but now in this deep red, kind of almost cranberry color. And we have this fun page with teeny tiny little ditties of roses and polka dots with a nice pattern in the background. And then this wonderful kind of grungy ivory colored dot paper. Then we have a nice green check. Wonderful. Love to do a little gingham check. And on the back, a very subtle kind of mulberry paper look in a very soft pink. And speaking of soft pink, we have this page here. We have the roses in the top corner, the bottom corner, a little bit of this. And then we have this beautiful teal with little grungy kind of dots and splatters. The teal and the red and the green, and it works well together. I hope you like it. And then we have a stripe, a nice little pinstripe. These are tones of pink from lighter and darker. And then we have, I hope you can see the little textured background to this deep reddish orange, kind of brick red, I would say, page. And then we have our cut apart page. Love to have these 3x4s. Great for the inside of cards, the front of cards, great for junk journals, planner pages, all kinds of things. Instant, quick embellishment. On the back side of that is a really nice deep bluish teal, very grungy, kind of almost like a jeans looking pattern in there. And then back to the front page. And so here's the fun thing. This is not a Christmas paper collection, but just so this collection could really be very, very versatile. Because I think if you were looking at those pages before, you thought, oh my gosh, birthday, Valentine's, all kinds of things, but also Christmas. Did you remember how much green and red and teal we had going in there? It's going to be perfect. And I'll show you some beautiful samples from the team and myself with these beautiful cut aparts. Very fun, all different colors that match the paper. Instant embellishment. So that's just kind of a fun little bonus this time. Okay, and let's take a look at the dies. And so what I've done here, I'm not going to pull out samples until the very end. And so what I've done here is I have the actual packaging like you'll see it in the stores. But then I have my, my copy here that I've already mounted onto a magnet. I put it right onto the sheet. So this very first one is called, it's number 2298, Layered Roses. And as you can see here and from here, without the glare, let's put that one there. We have this big, giant, beautiful rose here. It is layered pieces. Another one that's a little more open with its own stem, and then more of a bud with leaves and the stem. So all these wonderful pieces, and I can't wait to show you the samples with that one. Okay, next up is a very fun one. I think is going to be so versatile, like all year long, is 2299 Build a Bouquet. And that's exactly what you'll do. You will play with all these pieces and parts to make beautiful bouquets, either in the little kind of sack here or in the wrapped paper. You have some tags. You can see all of the pieces here. Even just these little greenery pieces and the different options of bows that you have and flowers. You'll see from the samples how much fun you can have with that one. Okay, next up is 2300 Tea Time. And there's a little bee there. We always have to have a little bee, right? So we have your teacup and your tea bag, and you can attach a little string for the little tab, thingy that you pull your tea out with. You've got the spoon, you got a little lemon, some flowers, and some mint leaves here, and then all the layers to make the actual cup and what's inside. And then your little honey dropper thingy, whatever we call that. I'm sure there's a proper name for that. But there you go. There's all your pieces. And you even have a little steam for your tea. Now, does it have to be tea all the time? Of course not. It can be coffee for us coffee lovers. Okay, next up is 2301, the Envelopes and Paper Sack Set. So these are super fun to attach to a card, to put in a planner page, to use by itself. I'll show you some examples, but you get all these wonderful pieces, different labels that are definitely like matte and inside this time. The different parts to the small little envelope. You got hearts, you've got a little postage and a bow. You will see from the samples that that's a very fun one to kind of adorn, especially with the stamp set that goes with that one. Okay, next up is 2302 Through the Window. Another fun one to just play with and build. And you see we have a dog, we have a cat, and we have a little bird. But we have like different options for your window to make a veranda or a balcony. There's an awning, there's shutters, the actual window itself. There's another option for the topper of the window. You will see in the samples how fun that one is to put together. But this is a really full set, so I added a little bit more down to the bottom of my flap here to add another magnet and get it all on there. Okay, next up is 2303 Postage, Arches, and Keys. And that's exactly what it is. We've got, these were so popular in the Card Maker Special, and of course that got sold out so quickly that we had to do it again. And this time I've added stitches to the both the arches and the postage. And so you'll have 3 different size postage. Of course, this size here will be A4, A2, card size. You know what it is. And then this one as well for the arches. But of course, you can nest these. You can make frames out of them by using 2 together. And then you got all these different keys with keyholes and little backgrounds for each keyhole The keys are very delicate and beautiful, as you'll see from the samples. All right, next up, 2304 lace, heart, and doily. Now, I do see that I've got a couple missing over here because I'm still in the middle of cutting for BAM. So let's pop those back in there. You have 3 different lace borders, as you can see here. And then we have different heart options and a small doily. This is smaller even than the small doily set that I first originally came out with. You can layer those hearts together. You can cut away the centers. You can use them on their own. You will see. You will see in the samples. But that one is a very romantic, lovely one and perfect for anniversaries, weddings, of course, Valentine's Day. You'll see from the samples the fun that I've had with that. Okay, last die is 2305, Everyday Big Words. Now, Everyday Big Words. So this is the first one where they are larger and they don't have that shadow background. So you'll see the difference between our original everyday word size and this size when I show you some samples. But they're quite a bit bigger and they work just beautifully all on their own because they're larger and thicker. Okay, on to stamp sets. So this is CS429 postcard parts. And, you know, we can never get enough of these, right? There are so many pieces in this particular stamp set, and they're perfect for all year long. So this one actually is like Merry Christmas, and I wish you a Merry Christmas here. A couple of those, a couple say Happy Birthday, and then just your general post office or airmail, and you got your little airplane there and this little squiggly thingy. All kinds of stuff in here that'll be so handy, and you'll see from the samples, very, very versatile. I in particular love this because, as you'll see, you can use this one time in blue and then another time in red and just stair step it, and you have that airmail kind of red and blue look. Very cool. So yeah, full set, very versatile. All right, next up is CS430. This is playing card collage, and I had some requests for this, and I love this too. And this is great for ATCs any time of the year. You know, if you go to Vegas and you go on a trip, you know, it would be great for a planner page. But there's some beautiful things in here besides the playing card stuff. So you get a lovely frame. You get some little decorative kind of embellishments here and here, and then a little corner, and then a beautiful, very pretty floral stamp set that I can't wait to show you what some of the team did with it. And then this right here. Now this looks to me like a playing card on the other side, but you can do so many things with it. Okay, and last is CS431 Music and Ornate Frame. So we have to put it in sideways to fit in the packaging, but you've got your music. This is Sleeping Beauty. It's from an old music book that I had. A little flourish here in the middle, and then this beautiful border, which you'll see in the samples, how pretty that is. Okay, I'm going to start off with this. This is what I am teaching at the Banff Creative Retreat. This is the large passport TN passport. Yes, from David. And although that's fabric and it doesn't have anything to do with the paper collection, I thought this was a really great overall view of what can be done with a lot of the dies, not all of them, and the pretty romantic revival paper. So there's that rose we make into a pocket, and of course our little border strip here. This is going to be sort of a junk journal class. Another heart border there with the paper trimming. Got some music mixed in there, and a belly band with the cut-aparts, and the heart, and the lace right there. And then, of course, more cut-aparts in each of these pockets, these side pockets, and you've got your little lace borders on those. And this is all like 3 signatures in this book. There's the arches, there's the keyhole, really, from that one set. And there's the little doily. And of course, all of this is the romantic revival paper. And so it does kind of repeat as we go into signatures 2 and 3 here. Another one of those hearts, more of the lace trim. music paper, belly band with the heart, cut aparts in the pockets. It is a very romantic and pretty paper collection for sure. There's the keyhole, the double arches again, another little doily. This time we have a little pull out. We make a side pocket out of that cut apart. And there's our little envelope, which we'll get to more of those. There's the key, there's a little envelope, and this is a tag from last time that fits perfectly in that envelope. Paper trimmings, more cut aparts. I was just looking. Yep, more belly bands and cut aparts, cut apart pockets and lace trim, double arch. You get the idea basically, but this really gives you a really good idea of this paper collection. Okay, so let's take a look at some more samples from myself and the team. So, of course, we have our big rose here. I made just a tag, and there's hello right there. And I don't have another like hello card to show you right away, but just to compare and show you the large everyday words compared to the original over here. They're quite a bit bigger, and again, do not have the shadow. So great for this type of thing. So you see all kinds of stuff going on here, from the paper to the roses to the keyhole to the large words and that lace trim. Another one, this is with the double or the arches. I have two arches here, the smallest and the largest, and that one stamp that I showed you, that fits perfectly on the largest arch, and it's so beautiful with this rose, and the word love is in that large alphabet, or that large everyday words. And there's a keyhole up there with a little bit of trim. Okay, and this beautiful simple one is nice and clean, simple style from Jackie Jasper. Love that as the edge of the card on the front. And she added hugs in the middle. Sweet. This one is from Vicki. She did some different colors on this one, very bold, beautiful colors, and then thanks up at the top with the little rosebud. This one is, gosh, I don't know if this is Vicki or not. I don't have a name on the back. I'm sorry, but it's beautiful. Beautiful rose. Happy birthday card. That happy birthday is in that the postage stamp set. Okay, and then this one I believe is from Marha. Yes, look at that with the roses. She's got them all glistening and beautiful there. Gorgeous, like slimline card combining the roses and the hearts and then the stamping. Really pretty. This one is from Kim. She had a little something tucked in here. It's a planner page, and I just wanted to show you without that tucked in there how beautiful you can make a planner page with these little doodads. And she did some little gold keys and the little locket there. Gorgeous. Okay, and since we were talking about arches and the postcard frames, here is something beautiful from Anita. And she's got this cute little envelope in here and all kinds of little goodies tacked onto the little card that fits in the envelope. I just think that would be so much fun. And she's got the bird on there. So much fun to add to your cards the way that she did that. And then she has it tucking under that heart there. So pretty. And of course she's used the arch and the postage on that one. Another one by Anita, all like monochrome with the blue and white. Big hugs. She used the teacup there, and she's got a little tea bag with vellum coming out of there. Super cute. Got the steam on there, and then this opens out like a Z-fold card. And she's cleverly used the large arch to create a Z-fold card. Isn't that nice? I wondered how she did those rounded edges like that, and now I see what she did. And of course, the beautiful flower stamp that I showed you earlier. Okay, and then this one is also by Anita. Gorgeous with the cut aparts. Really made that stand out beautifully. I believe she's added a little something, little gray around here to make that rose really pop off the paper. And then she's got a little bit of the postage stamping around there with those postage frames. Just beautiful. All right, let's talk about that teacup a little bit more. Look at this one. This is from Vicki. She's got the silver spoon there, and she's got the teacup with the tea bag, happy birthday, with the postage like cutaway there. Beautiful. This one is from Marha, a big, beautiful card, like a 5x7. She's used the arches again and the teacup with the vellum tea bag. And you guys, there's really tea in there. I can smell it. And there's the bee with the honey. The honey, oh, look at it. That's like hot wax, maybe? Look at that. Oh, I just noticed that. And then, of course, celebrate with that large everyday words. Wonderful. Okay, and another teacup card. This one is by me, and if you can see in the light, the little steam from the teacup is cut out of acetate. And enjoy your day is from that larger everyday words. And we have a little mint floating in our tea and lemon, and of course the pretty paper in the background. A little bit of adornment on the inside using the paper, and the spoon is there. So the teacup's very fun. Okay, and in no particular order, I'm just kind of grabbing these. They're so pretty. There's another one of the arches. This one is from Marha, and she has colored that stamp so beautifully. I can't get over it. It's so gorgeous. She's used that beautiful border down here and the word love, and then of course the locket up there. Really pretty. And let's see, I got another teacup. I almost forgot, but this is sort of a combination of the teacup and the Build a Bouquet, which we're going to move on to next. This is from Dee, a little bird crafts, and she put it into a photo pocket page. And she's got the teacup there with the flowers coming out of it from the Build a Bouquet. And she's got the tea bag down there. That was like a real tea bag, the way she did that. That's pretty cool. You could actually use a tea bag, right, to cut that die out. Since we're talking about beautiful or Build a Bouquet, here is a beautiful card. Oh gosh, I don't have a name. Is this Kim? I don't know. I'm sorry. But celebrate in nice big word, the word everyday words there, and the beautiful bouquet, the way she built that up. I can say she because everyone on my team is a woman, but I just don't know who that was. Okay, there's another one. Look at if you just change things up. This one is from Marha, and she used the sack instead of the paper that wrapped around the bouquet. And I mean, you can die cut and build as much as you want on here to really fill that bouquet out. And this is vellum that she used for the little sack to put them in. And of course, she's used the stamp and the postage and the little tag. Just beautiful. And let's see, do we have any other? Oh, yes, we do. We have a couple more Build a Bouquets. So this one, I did the paper sack as well, a little more subdued in color to make that soft romantic feel. There's an arch on the inside to write your message on your card. And then thanks. And then I love to make these little things. I think I made this during one of the lives, this little gift box, gift bag. And just kind of use the Build a Bouquet and of course that lace trim from the other die and some of the postage stamping and a little bow on the front. I just love, see, you don't even need the wrap or the bag around the bouquet. You can just make the bouquet with a ribbon tied around it. So it's a very, very versatile set, and I always love that. Okay, let's see. Let's move on to some hearts and romantic stuff. Okay, we have this big, beautiful card that really shows off the paper, but you've also got the playing cards there and a beautiful heart here, and then hugs from the word set and the lace. And then the inside, of course, is decorated as well. And this one could be a really nice, I think, male Valentine card. So you do see how it says Valentine's Day male and love you, but I've used greens and blues and a little bit deeper colors to make more of a masculine style card from that one. And we have our teeny tiny little envelope with the stamping and the two hearts and the word love. I love these little teeny tiny envelopes. They're so pretty. There's so many layers to it. There's another one that's been stamped with all the goodies, and there's where I'm talking about the classic airmail kind of stamping. And then this one I added little brads, and you could put a little note card in there. And here's a beautiful little heart from Diane. She had this beautiful little charm hanging off of it. I thought that was really cute. She's got her name in there and then made a little pocket on the back side using some of the lace with the heart. And one more with heart. This one is from Vicky. Just glorious in its pink glory here, right? So we have pink and gold and shimmer. Really perfect Valentine card. All right, so let's talk about that through the window and see the kind of fun that you can have with this one, because there's so many ways you can go with this. And you don't even have to always use the window, as you can see here, right? What a great card that one is. So this, I have to start with this one. This is from Diane, and she really made a very dimensional, cool looking card. And we are on the inside of the room looking out the window, as you can see, with the nature out there, and the bird is outside, but the cat's inside, kind of eyeballing him. Really, really clever, beautiful card. And this one is about a 5x7. I made this one, and you can see you can change up the different things in this set to make different styles of windows or balconies or verandas or whatever. And you can make curtains if you want. I have acetate in my window that peeks through at our little doggy inside. If you noticed him in the window there, that's kind of fun. This one is from Kim. Very cute how she used the arch, and she built up quite a few of those to make like a frame out of it. She's got that really pretty stamp in there with the flowers, and then she added this, I'm going to call it a veranda, like, I don't know, balcony ledge or something. And then, of course, decorate it with the beautiful flowers from the Build a Bouquet, I'm pretty sure. Yes. And she puts it right in there. Gorgeous. Okay. And then this is from Vicky. Beautiful, bold, and bright. I do love the different styles from my team. She's got the Mr. Dog on the outside, but then she's got her little, there is a planter box, by the way. I don't know if you noticed that planter box, and she's used the flowers from the tea set in here, which is clever. And then hello, super nice. And then this one, I'm thinking this is from Kim. Yep, because I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be Kona, her dog, right there. Love this so much. Very, very cute to use it even without the window at all, like I said. And then this one is a wonderful, I feel like anybody card, but kind of leans on masculine. If you have a guy friend or even girlfriend, I think it's very, very sweet using the plaid and the dog and the bird up there and friend. So really, really cute. And that was from Dee. Okay, now I'm just going to grab a couple more things. There's so much more. So we are going to get to other designers' samples when I do the live, but this is the preview. So I just want to go through some of these really quickly and show you the beautiful stamp set from that one and a combination of others from the postal set here. How different that those can look. So those are beautiful. And then this one with the bee on it, I'm thinking, that's mine, right? So there's our little kind of paper sack, and a tag fits in there perfectly from the tags from the prior release. But then there's that beautiful stamp set colored with yellow, and our little bee is there. So super fun to attach to a gift bag. Here's a couple more of those little paper sacks. Sometimes you can cut away the window as an option. There's vellum on this one. This one is more like Christmassy. You can pop a really pretty tag in there. She's got the border on there. This one is from Anita, and not sure if that one is or not. Cute idea. This one, this kind of showcases the big words, right? The everyday big words. So this is from Jackie. Beautiful. She always kind of layers these up. They're silver, black, and teal. Celebrate. Gorgeous. And celebrate again. This one is Kim. I love this. I mean, why not? You got a hand of aces. Let's celebrate. It's a big deal. Okay. Love that. And then I'm not sure, but I think this might be Kim as well. I'm sorry. There is no name on it that I can see, but it is a beautiful cluster. It could be Anita. I don't know. It's gorgeous. Love it. Okay. And did I show these little guys? Teeny tiny little vellum for the envelope. This one as well. Yeah, I want to hurry. I gotta get more in. Okay, this one is Jackie Jasper. And if you know Jackie, clean and simple is her thing. And this is just a perfect example. All those keys and those beautiful, wonderful colors that all go together so well. Gorgeous. And then finally, I did a handful, not finally, because I got some Christmas things to show you really quick, but I did some ATCs, just sort of mixing and matching everything that's in the entire collection so you can get an idea of the versatility here. So these will be going to Banff and they will be changed up with somebody, traded out. Okay, finally, that one cut apart page. Christmas. All kinds of Christmas. I got some things on the floor, things over here. Okay, so let's start over here with Build a Bouquet and Christmas. So just by popping a few of those cut aparts together, it's instantly a Christmas card. This one is from Diane, and it's beautiful. Big, beautiful card. I don't think she does the inside. No, okay. This one is from Kim. So she made the window into, now it's a Christmas card. She's done the cut apart as well. She's got some bows on the windows, and there's Santa peeking through the acrylic or acetate window right there. Really cute. Postage stamp frame and our instant fussy cut, not even fussy cut, cut apart this page here, and a couple of stamped circle images and a beautiful card. This one is from Anita, I'm pretty sure. Yep. Okay. Okay, so I'm thinking that other one that had the planner like box cutaway, I think that was Dee's. So this is from Dee as well. Look at that for Christmas. You could put that in the planner card box. And this pops out like a little pocket with the St. Nick on there. A little bit of stamping. Beautiful. All right. Yeah, Dee. So it must have been Dee because she sent me a couple of these. Here's another one for the planner box. Isn't that sweet? So simple. So pretty. And then this one used the window, of course. But this is, yeah, cut in silver. Really pretty. This is from Dee as well. She's got the ladies in there. And a little bit of the greenery on top with the red bow. Perfect. And then just a handful more of Christmas and we are done. Simple little tag, add a few beads. You got your pretty doily there, and it says holly berries on that center circle. And of course the double arches. This one utilizes that same cut apart we just saw with Santa, but then I used the paper sack in here and embellished that, and then embellished, oh, I just put a little Starbucks gift card in there. I forgot I did that. Okay, another sweet tag that can be made, all from one paper collection. I made all these things. Another small tag. Fun to make smaller tags like this and just layer up things. It's like playing with the ATCs. So again, another one with the border trim and cut apart. Very simple little tag. Yeah, tag. Okay, and there's Santa. That's the same Santa that was peeking out the window, but now he's on the plaid with the red postage frame and some stamping from the stamp set. There's a little key there. Really, really fun. Great little image. And then the inside is decorated. Another Santa cut apart one. This one is an easel card, A2, and it's utilizing the beautiful paper, of course, and the different dies. Just love it. I'm kind of ready for Christmas, you guys. I did so many Christmas cards. Here's another one. This is a Z-fold card, a nice tall one, very simple. And you can see how you have your cut aparts for journaling or writing your Christmas message in there. And then finally, we have a very nice, tall, like slimline card with the ladies and the Merry Christmas and the borders and all the goodies, and then a little bit of stamping for the inside. Okay, well, that is everything in the Romantic Revival. I hope you enjoyed taking that little walkthrough. Again, I have so many more samples to share and make and takes and all kinds of things I'm going to make for you when we get there in October. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you love it just as much as we do.